Welcome back to Me and You Outside. I'm sure glad you're here. Hey, I'm holding in my hands wild turkey thigh and legs. Okay, I got a pair right here. Now these came from a turkey that my grandson Jackson killed, which happened to be the biggest jake I have ever seen in my life. This jake weighed 18 and a half pounds, had inch and a half, inch 3/4 inch beard, and no spurs, just little nubs where the spurs were going to grow. Anyways, 18 and a half pound jake. And I'm going to show you a little video of him shooting that turkey here. We'll take just a second, but sit and watch this little video about Jackson, how he harvested his turkey. And I'll be right back to talk about what I'm going to do these thighs and legs. Down he went. You got him, Jackson. We got a turkey down. Jackson shot him. Jake, there's our decoys right there. They were a little spooky. They didn't want to come too close. I was going to step this off. Hang on. He shot this thing quite a way. We're in that blind right there. I'm going to step it off. I think it's right at 40 yards. At least 40. $47 yards. What we got here, Jackson? That's a young Jake, but boy, he was strutting. Dude, that's a heavy Jake. Ooh. That's a 16, 17 pound Jake. You just don't find a Jake that pick him up.
Okay.
You just don't find a Jake that heavy. He's got a small beard, but he's a heavy bird. Pretty heavy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty heavy bird. Good job. 47 yards, Jackson. That long shot on turkey. 3-inch mags, number 5 shot. Just dropped him right there. He didn't even flop. It's the craziest thing. Usually they do. He didn't. I throw him over your shoulders, take him back to the blind. Already got him tele-checked. He's already checked in. Good to go. That's a good bird. All right, we got Jackson's bird here. As you can see, it's a big-breasted Jake. Now, I'm proof to you this is a Jake. Look at this beard. Look at that. What is that? A 2-inch beard, inch and a half. Just big enough, sticks out from the feathers, which makes it legal here in the state of Missouri. I'm going to weigh this Jake. Now, this is a Jake, and I can tell you this thing probably weighs, I'm going to say 16 pounds. And for a Jake, that's pretty big. Wow. What is that, Jackson?
18.5.
18.5. Wow, that's off on that. I know he's a heavy bird. He's heavy. And look at the spurs. 0 spurs. Only thing it'd been better for this bird another year or two, he'd have weighed 25, 26 pounds easy. But we got him. Jackson got him. Big old, what was that, 18 what?
18.56.
18.56, 18 and a half pounds. That's a big turkey, Jackson. Yeah, like I said, that was a good sized bird. 18 and a half pounds for a Jake here in the Ozarks. That is a big Jake. So what I did is I kept the thighs and legs. Of course, I breasted out too, kept the breast. You always keep the breast. But a lot of people throw these thighs and legs away. But what I'm going to do today, I'm going to boil the thunder out of these thighs. Then I'm going to deep fry them in my famous bacon up grease. So what I'll be doing is I'll be boiling it till I think it's really tender. And I'm gonna take it out of that. I'm gonna batter it with I'm not sure what I'm gonna batter it with yet. Use some flour maybe, or some Zatarain stuff. Not sure. Maybe egg and milk. I'm thinking about all that. Anyways, I'll know all that when I get to it. But I'm gonna boil them till I think they're really tender. and I'm going to batter them. I'm going to deep fry them for a little bit in this bacon up grease. Now, I'm not going to deep fry them a real long time because they're already cooked, but all I want to do is I want to sear some of that bacon flavor in there on that thigh and leg, and plus it's going to be tender. I think it's going to be wonderful. And I may be wrong, but I don't know. I'm going to try to find out, so stay right there. I'll get this cooking here and show you how we're going to cook it and all that stuff, and we'll get going. Now, what I have done here is I got a pot here. It's one of my fish pot racks. I got some chicken broth in here. I'm going to use this chicken broth because it works very well for cooking any kind of bird. You know that, any kind of chicken, turkey, whatever. Chicken broth is good for that. So let me get this going and get it boiling, and I'll be right back with you. Now what I did is I have let this boil for about, I think a little over, almost 2 hours. No, almost an hour and a half, close to an hour and a half. And I'm going to take it off now. I already turned it off. And it's looking, honestly, it's looking really, really good. It's real tender. You can see how it's kind of come off the bone there. Whoo, that's hot now. I'm gonna put it in this pan. All I'm gonna do right now is get this ready, because I'm gonna dump this in. Believe it or not, I'm gonna dump this in bacon grease in a minute when I get it battered. I'm gonna batter it. I gotta let it cool down a little bit because it's a little bit too hot to handle. And then I'm gonna dump this out. I'm gonna put my bacon grease, my bacon up right here. I already got a pot right here ready to go. And I'm just gonna sizzle that in bacon grease for probably maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And then we're gonna take it out. And we're gonna try to get Jackson down here. It's his turkey, so we're gonna get him down here to try it. He loves doing this kind of stuff. So we'll see how that works out. We're gonna come right back as soon as we get this thing frying up. Now all I did, and this is kind of an experiment like I told you, but I coated these thighs and legs in flour. Right here you can see. And I coated them really good. I dipped them in milk first. And now I'm about to dip them in hot bacon grease, all right? Right here. There we go. I don't know how it's gonna work, but it's gonna add a little flavor to it. You hope. I'm gonna let this cook for about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna bring it out. My grandson Jackson's on the way down here, maybe Brindley too, I'm not sure. That being his turkey, like I said, I want him to be able to try this, so. We'll see how this works. I hope it works out good, because people throw these thighs and legs away all the time. Very few people eat them. And I've been guilty of that myself. But we'll see how this works out. We might find out why people throw them away, okay? But let this fry for a minute. I'll come right back as soon as I get here, and we'll take this on the deck and give it a shot. I'm going to go ahead and pull these legs and thighs out of here. They look pretty good, actually. The only thing, when they went in the grease, a lot of the batter come off, the flour did, so I don't know what that's going to do to them. I don't even know what frying them like it's going to do to them anyway. So my grandson's on his way down here. There's Brindley. They're both coming. Good. All right, we're going to take this to the deck. We're going to slice off pieces of it and try it. Oh my goodness. Stay right there. Let's see how there is a familiar scene, folks. The river and my family. Part of my family. There's Brindley. I told them, I said, come on. I called their mom and I said, send them down here. We're going to taste something. And here they come. Brindley gets down and says, well, what are we tasting? She didn't even know. She still came.
Yeah.
Somebody here's crazy.
You never know with Pawpaw.
This is a good taste right here. We are cooking Jackson's turkey, thighs and legs. My bet is going to be this. It's going to taste fine. I'll put a little salt on that. I don't know if that will stick to it or not, but it's going to taste fine, I think. But I think it's going to be a little bit dry. I just think that. Now, I might be wrong. When I cut into that, I might be surprised how that turns out, Brindley. You know what?
Yeah.
So Brindley, you're going to hold this camera while I cut off a hunk of this. And Jackson gets first dibs because his turkey, right, Brindley?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get him a piece cut off here.
Does it look dry?
It looks a little dry, but
Yeah, it looks a little dry.
but it might still be good. You know what I mean? It might just still taste good. A little dry.
It's really good. It tastes really good.
It tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's let Jeremy hear about this.
It's not too dry.
We should have got everybody something to drink.
We'll get something here in a minute.
Yeah, it's a little dry, but for a wild turkey, you probably expect that.
Yeah. And it tastes
It
okay?
does taste good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes really good.
Let's let Jeremy try too. She's pretty much a critic. She's a pretty good food critic. Oh, Brindley is. Aren't you, Brindley?
Yeah.
She's a food critic. Here, Jackson.
Yeah, it's pretty dry, but it does taste really good.
It does taste good? Mm-hmm. Hold that, let me cut that piece off. Let the old man get a piece of this. It's a piece of meat that you would eat in small chunks.
Mm-hmm.
You put a very big piece of that in your mouth, you're going to be chewing it like a jerky.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good looking piece here, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like Jackson. It's really good. That does have pretty good flavor, to be honest with you. You know, it's funny because tame turkey, you don't think nothing about eating the thighs and legs. In fact, it's one of the premier pieces of a turkey, the thighs and legs. But a wild turkey, it's all muscle. All right. Well, look at this turkey leg right here. I'm telling you, you got these tendons and stuff in these things. I mean, these legs are crazy to eat. So what I found with this turkey leg, inside that turkey leg was pretty moist meat. It was pretty good, wasn't it, Jackson?
Yeah.
He's still tearing up his leg over there. Got to get in there and rip that meat off that leg. What we have decided, if you put this in a crock pot and slow cook it, right, Sandy?
Mm-hmm. Or in the oven slow.
Or in the oven real slow, but you got to have moisture in there.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people say they cook them in a crock pot real slow for 6 or 7 hours, and they come out real tender and hopefully moist. This was very good. This was very good tasting meat. I liked it myself. My wife liked it too. And Brittany, you kind of liked it, didn't you? The flavor?
Yeah, I like the flavor.
But you thought it was a little bit dry, which it was. And it might be because I boiled it. I didn't boil it. I kind of simmered it on a low boil for probably an hour and a half. Probably should have maybe done, but of course it was just barely tender. I mean, any less than that, it'd be too tough to eat.
Yeah, it would have been. I think just boiling it pulled the moisture out of it.
But it was a fun experiment, and we did enjoy it. And sitting out here on the river, it's a beautiful day here in the Ozarks. Jackson's still over there eating. He's just having a blast when it comes to food. He just loves it. He don't care. But it's been a wonderful day, a wonderful time here cooking that turkey. And I'm so glad you watched this video. If you did, you stayed. Well, you did, obviously. You're staying right there. Appreciate it. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate you hit the like button. I appreciate everything you do out there. And all I can say, my friends, is wherever you're at in this whole world, have a good morning, good day, good night. Because another video is coming.
Right around the corner.